Yes, Sonny the Badger here, coming to you from the Badger's Den on what is one of my favorite days of the year. Today is the day that Harley Davidson announces their full lineup for the 2020 year. So, first thing this morning, I hopped on the internet and started looking around at all of the new stuff for 2020. And unfortunately, I was a little bit disappointed because there's not a whole lot new for 2020. So, first thing is, as they've been advertising, probably the worst kept secret ever, is they released the Livewire. So, the Livewire is new and going to be available for 2020, and so that was their big release this year. And so I kind of noticed a theme in the stuff that they did do this year is really along the technology sector. So, of course, as I said, they did the Livewire, which is going to be their first electric bike, which I would definitely say is on the technology factor. Then they also came out with, on the CVOs and on, I believe, the Limiteds as well, they came out with what's called the HD Connect, where you can basically connect your cell phone to your Harley Davidson and monitor various different things. And then they also came out with the Reflex defensive rider system, which is a whole nother technology thing for the CVOs and some of the touring bikes as well. So I will put links in this description so that you guys can go check that stuff out for yourselves. But that was the one thing that I did notice is Harley's basically everything Harley released this year is technology related. And so mind you, Harley Davidson needs to catch up on the technology. I feel like they are definitely behind when it comes to that. I think they could have done better than just all technology though. So the other new thing that they came out with, or I guess reboot, is they re-released the Lowrider S. So they did re-release it. Of course, now it's a soft tail versus before it was a Dyna. So they did re-release that. I think there's a lot of excitement in that. I think a lot of people really wanted the Lowrider S to come back. So it is back. It looks like they cut out maybe 2 or 3 of the Sportsters. And then I guess the other big change this year is they did a CVO trike. For the first time ever, you can actually buy a CVO Tri-Glide. So that is definitely new. I imagine they will sell every one of those that they will make, because I know that there's a lot of people out there that ride trikes, and a lot of them are going to want something that's never been made before, which is that CVO trike. They also did a CVO Limited and also a CVO Street Glide. So those are the three CVOs for the year. And then the only other thing that really caught my attention was the paint. So in my opinion, it's pretty boring this year. I mean, they didn't do anything to wow me as far as the paint on the different vehicles, even the CVOs. Everything just looks pretty normal and boring. And that would be my biggest wish for Harley Davidson, is to start doing some custom paint again. And I know they have the custom paint sets that you can buy separately, but I mean, why not have some really cool stuff from the factory? I mean, with all the competition out there, your Indians, Honda, Kawasaki, whatever, why would you put out bikes that are one solid color that basically they can match, or they've already made? So when you're sitting in a crowd of bikes, they're all black, blue, purple, whatever that color is. They're all a solid color, and honestly, just boring. I mean, come on. I mean, back in 2005, they made this bike here, and if you can see this is actually brushed metal, and then it's been clear coated over. But I mean, that's unique and different. When you're out at bike nights and all, I don't see a lot of these bikes, but I don't see a lot of bikes with that paint scheme. So why not get creative, guys? I remember we used to do flames on bikes, and I mean, just all these different things. Now, we're really doing something special if we put a pinstripe on the bike. I mean, come on, guys, you can do better than this. Just plain old colors, and I know denim, right? I like a lot of the denim bikes, but it's still just a plain color. I implore you guys to get more creative on your paint jobs, especially for all the CVOs. I mean, come on, guys! If you're paying anywhere from $40,000 to $50,000 for a bike, I would expect a super custom paint job. So I can imagine that there are a ton of things out there we can do, and that would be the one thing I would request from Harley Davidson is, guys, please look at the paint and give us some custom paint options. Give us some limited edition bikes. That would be the other thing. I really, really wish that they would come out with a CVO outside of the bagger line. So if that's the Softails and Dynas are now one unit. So how about a Softail CVO? The Breakout, the Fat Boy, any of those. Just give us a CVO that's in that category. I mean, all the CVOs for the past few years have been all baggers. So I realize that baggers are the #1 sellers, but not everybody wants a bagger. I mean, I love the Street Glides and all, but that's not what I want. I like the Softail lineup and want to see more done in that lineup. All right, guys, and then back to the Livewire. So they've released this all-electric bike for, I believe it's like $29,000 is the list on it, which is a little bit out of my price range. I mean, for a bike that can only go, maybe 100 to 150 miles on a charge, and then of course you have to charge it, and even the quick charge takes an hour. So I mean, you're going to go somewhere, sit an hour, charge up, and then go again. Not really for me. I'm sure that in the future they will get that to go much further, but honestly, they didn't build the bike, I don't think, to target me or a lot of the bikers out there. I think they are trying to target a whole new group of customers with the Livewire. I think this is a step into like a technology style platform, and like I said, to reach a whole different group of riders besides myself and the people that are currently riding Harley Davidsons. So all in all, after looking over everything that Harley has released, I will say that for me this year, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping for more, and I didn't get it, and for that part I am disappointed. I am excited to see where the Livewire goes, what the Livewire does, but honestly, I think with all the competition out there, that Harley Davidson is going to have to step up their game if they're going to not only gain new customers, but retain the current customers they have, because a lot of the competition, the Indians and all of the world, are really coming out with some really cool bikes and accessories, and Harley's going to have to step up their game if they're going to compete in that. So I'm a Harley guy, so I hope that they step up to the plate and just blow everybody out of the water over the next few years. But I will say 2020 so far for me has been hugely disappointing. But anyway, we will keep our eye on it through the year and see what becomes of it. It's never about the destination, it's always about the ride. See you soon.